Hello, welcome to today's edition of Pegasus Test. On today's edition, we're going to review the Blk Lbl Bipod. Now you're like, hey Les, you just introduced a video about the Blk Lbl Bipod and there's no bipod on your rifle. Actually, you're wrong, and this is one of the coolest things to come out of SHOT Show 2019 that I saw. And that is, the bipod's completely integrated into your M-LOK forearm. That's right. Not only is this a forearm for your AR, it's M-LOK capable, and it has an integrated bipod. And it's got a lot of features. It's just not a bipod that folds up into the handguards, which in and of itself is cool. But check out these other great features of this product. All right, flat out, one of the things that makes this the coolest thing ever, besides the fact that the bipod folds up into the handguard, is the fact that you have so many features with it. Now, the fact that the bipod folds up in the handguard is not a unique feature to the Blk Lbl Bipod. For example, the Kel-Tec SU-16 rifle, the handguards become a bipod. A lot of your FALs, when they were deployed with bipods, the bipod folded up and melded into the forearm pretty well. Same with the HK bipod on the G3. You know, there's slots in the later wide forearms for the bipod to just lock right into. Not as smooth and as flush as this does, but the concept's been around for a while. What makes this unique is all the features you get with the Blk Lbl Bipod that makes the folding bipod feature just that much more interesting. And I've already mentioned one, and that's it's M-LOK compatible. If you'll notice here, in front of the bipod, you have M-LOK slots. They're not the standard. They are longer than your standard M-LOK slots, but things will lock into it. You have this swing swivel from BCM that's mounted to the M-LOK section of the forearm there. You know, attached real easy. And the nice thing about it, with the big open end of the rail there, I was able to reach in and put my finger behind the little nuts to make the tightening process a whole lot easier than M-LOK usually is. Additionally, you get a full-length Picatinny rail on the top, and as you can see, it mates right up to the pick rail on my flat-top receiver. So that right there, you can mount anything that's Picatinny compatible to this setup. So you want to run on a long eye relief scope. You want to run a red dot with a magnifier. You want to run some night vision that combines with other scopes that you have. You want to attach a offset flashlight mount. You got all the kind of pick rail space in the world to do it with. The bottom of the rail also has 5 M-LOK slots, 1 up by the muzzle and then 4 on the main body of the rail. And that allows you to mount any M-LOK compatible item to the bottom of the rail, be it a angled foregrip, a conventional foregrip, flashlight, you know, whatever makes your heart a little happy, you can mount it to this. One of the super unique features you get on this rifle compared to other rifles that have bipods integrated into the handguards, or bipods that when they collapse down to the handguards they fit somewhat flush, is you also have the ability to control pan and tilt. And that's by this device right here. Right now, you got pan, full pan and tilt. Go ahead and tighten this thing up. Everything's locked solid. So if you want it to be free floating or free movement, you got that. So you've decided to deploy this product on a rifle you intend to use as a light support weapon, well then you want the ability to shift it around a bit. You want to use this bipod on a rifle that you're going to use for, say, precision marksmanship. Once you get in place, you want the ability to lock that down tight so you can return to your point of aim. Whatever you want, the Blk Lbl Bipod gives it to you. Here we go with the first shots from this rifle with the Blk Lbl Bipod forend added to it. It's be interesting to see. I've done some sighting in. I haven't fired the shots yet, and as I see, the bipod at this height with the magazine is perfectly aligned to the target. So it's a pretty good deal. I'm going to give the first shots and see what group we get and how it feels. first shots were interesting. The Blk Lbl Bipod is a heavy unit. It's adds a lot of weight, adds weight to the rifle, I should say, not a lot, but it does add weight. You can feel the difference between it and a normal M-LOK rail system. But at that same time, it does help absorb some recoil some. So the recoil was very mild, staying on target was no problem. As you can see, the Blk Lbl Bipod has a lot going for it. But there are a few negatives. And what are those negatives? First one, price. Yeah, this little puppy doesn't come cheap. The Blk Lbl Bipod is built into a Forearm, so it's an integrated unit that goes on your AR. And it's $500. Yeah, you can buy ARs, whole ARs cheaper than that. But I think there's real value to this, so I paid it. The other thing is they offer it in multiple colors. The problem is the Cerakoting, of which I had done to this Blk Lbl Bipod, is expensive too. That came in at $125, so I dumped $500 on the system, dumped another $125 for the Cerakoting, plus I had shipping because these things get sent to you from Canada. That's right, our friends to the north make these. So, I mean, price is a detriment. I mean, the setup of this thing costs more than a lot of ARs out there today. So that's got to be a big, big decision in your factor. The other thing is it adds weight to your rifle. I don't think it's a significant amount of weight myself, to be honest, but it is definitely noticeable over your standard AR M-LOK style handguards. Without a doubt, it is heavier. But for that weight, you're getting a lot of functionality with it, so that's hard to argue with. You know, I think the purchase was worth it. I really do. Now, whether you decide it's worth it, that's up to you. In my opinion, the best use of the Blk Lbl Bipod would be to either use it on an AR you intend to use as a light support weapon, or on an AR you intend to be a precision rifle. In a precision rifle use, you get the advantage of the bipod's always with you. It's not something extra that you have to pack in your gear. You also have it ready to deploy whenever you need it. Also, the extra mass that is provided to the rifle by the weight of the Blk Lbl system does help and mitigate recoil. It does enable you to keep your sights on target very easily, so your follow-up shots will be quicker. If you're using this in a light support or automatic rifleman's role, well, there you have some advantages too. Once again, like with the precision rifle, the bipod is always there. Unlike most precision rifles, it's not flimsy like, say, a Harris type bipod or something like that. This is integrated, it's sturdy, and it's durable, and it's in a format that allows it to be quickly deployed, so you can control with the bipod folded, yet if you come into contact, you can get it deployed and into action quickly. Also, one of the advantages of when the bipod is extended, this area where it was folded into the handguard is now open, allowing extra cooling to get in onto your barrel, which will go a long way with help keeping your barrel cooled. Now, in a semi-automatic format, is that going to be that much of an issue? No, I don't think it will. But if you're using it in a light support weapon with either a binary trigger or you're lucky enough to have a registered full auto lower, something to consider. Here we show the Blk Lbl Bipod in use. CQB is an important tactic. Modern warfare has that you'll be doing CQB no matter what environment you're in. Hell, CQB gets done in small villages in Afghanistan, and that's the middle of nowhere. The fact that the Blk Lbl Bipod folds up and becomes a normal handguard is a decided advantage. For you guys that are out there who have done CQB in the past, whether in training or in operational deployments, and your TO weapon was the M249 saw, you'll know what I mean. You're going through a building with that big 200 round drum hanging off of it, and inevitably the plastic clip breaks. The rounds come all out, wrap around the ankles, and you trip. It happens. It's inevitable. Or you decide, well, I'll deploy through the building using 30 round magazines in my saw. And we also know how well that works. The design of the saw is it's a great belt-fed gun, but it's pretty damn mediocre with a magazine. We'd like to thank you for tuning in to today's edition of Pegasus Test. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and tune in for future reviews of AR accessories.